Hey guys, welcome to another episode of Vic's Garage. Today we got a beautiful day outside. It's 20 degrees for November, so I think it's a good day to get some work done on this car. We're going to focus on getting the interior pieces out so we can get a good look at the floor, so mainly the carpet, seats, seat belts, and center console. Get those all out. Get a good look at the floor because it's been, like I said, 15 plus years since I've seen it, and see what type of condition it is. So without wasting any more time, let's get to it and enjoy this nice day. It's amazing the stuff you get. It just piles up when you leave things for a while. Okay, we've got everything that was just kind of loose in the back of the car. Looks like some speakers. What do I have in here? Some trim. Door hinge pieces, those will be important. I know the door sags on the one side. An old Carcraft magazine, ironically on superchargers. We're talking about that a bit. Carburetor jet kits and stuff. Well, that's good. Pair of old pants. What size are these? 36-30. Hell, these might even be big on me now. New pair of work pants. That's pretty sweet. Still fitting the pants from high school. Some other odd and end carb pieces. So we'll get back into not actually taking out interior pieces. Get those out. So you just push them forward and then it slides out over the hooks in the back here. Now, for most people, this probably doesn't have to be said, but there's a ton of pieces when you start taking this stuff apart, and you have to find a way to stay organized. So for myself, this is what I'm going to be doing. I got little Ziploc bags. I'll just put labels on them. So this obviously is the bucket seat, nuts and bolts and stuff, and little parts for that. And then I'll have my Tupperware containers, and I'm just going to list whatever nuts and bolts or pieces that I have stored in each one. So that way it'll be easy to find the stuff and retrieve what I need when it comes to reassembly. Okay guys, so we got the carpet and the interior out, and we're getting a look at the floor pan for the first time in a long time. The front section has had some work done. You can see there's been a patch welded in here. Looks like there's a hole up at the front. I don't know if something was bolted to that because it's like perfectly round. The rear section of the front floor pan is probably going to need some work. One of the rear corner holes here for the seat has got a crack in it. There's been some repairs done. Looks like some brazing. You can see the brass and stuff. So the integrity for where your seat bolts is questionable in my opinion. The transmission tunnel had some work done to it. Whoever did the welding job was not of the best skill set. Left a nice big burn mark there. The passenger side isn't as bad. The front section looks pretty good, intact. There's been a few patches over time, but you know, it's under the carpet. Like, I can live with something like that. We'll have to see. The back seat though, and the rear floor pan looks really good actually. No rust, it looks solid, and definitely something we can work with. So we might need some work on the front section, but you know, it's not as bad as I feared and not as good as I hoped. So once we get the paint and the original undercoating stripped off, because that's pretty intact and that hides a fair bit, we'll get a better understanding and look at it at that point. So a question I wanted to ask was if anyone could tell me if these seats are from a Charger with the 1971 model year, or if they know what specific vehicle they're from. Someone pointed out that some of the interior pieces look like they were from later models, 1974 or so. So just curious if anyone has any input, because I've noticed that, at least with my front seat belts, there is a 2-wire connector here, and this was only on the passenger side of the vehicle. And the same for my passenger side seat, has a 2-wire connector, but it's a different one than what was on the seat belt. So just curious what's the purpose of that connector, and if it was related to that model year, or if it was just, you know, previous owner took seat belts and seats from another car, obviously, and put them in that car. So if anyone knows the answer to that, let me know, please. Alright guys, there you have it for today's video. So we got the carpet out, we got the seats out, we got the center console out, and we got a good look at the floors. Like I said, the floors aren't as bad as one would think, and they're not as good as one would hope. So it's kind of a mixed bag, but it's something we can work with. I think in the next video we'll work on getting the cage out, cut that up, and get it out of the car, and we'll get the rest of the interior pieces out, including the headliner and stuff like that. If you know the answer to that question I had about the seats, please leave a comment in the comments section. If you enjoyed the video and you want to see more, like and subscribe. It really helps a lot. And see you on the next one. Take it easy.